पंचायत एंड म्युनिसिपैलिटीज। पंचायत rural local self-governing body inserted in the Constitution 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1993 2. The established the all state act to the state legislature jurisdiction area and demanded state government local self-governance state list matter थ्री टीयर्स द पंचायती राज सिस्टम द ग्राम पंचायत विलेज लेवल पे एंड द ब्लॉक लेवल पे पंचायत समिति ब्लॉक लेवल एंड द जिला परिषद डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पंचायत डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे। द The municipalities and the urban local self-governing body have inserted the Constitution, the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, jurisdiction specific urban area में demarcated state government and the local self-governance, the state list matter. 8 types of the local bodies होती है municipal corporation, municipalities, notified area committee, town area committee, कंटोनमेंट एरिया टाउनशिप पोर्ट ट्रस्ट स्पेशल पर्पस एजेंसी। द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ द पंचायत द बलवंत मेहता कमिटी 1957 रिकमेंडेड द डेमोक्रेटिक डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन अदर रिकमेंडेशन थ्री टीयर्स पंचायती राज विलेज लेवल पे द ब्लॉक लेवल एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल द इंटरलिंक्ड द इलेक्शन द ग्राम पंचायत डायरेक्ट होता है द पंचायत समिति एंड जिला परिषद इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शन द पंचायत द ऑल प्लानिंग एंड द डेवलपमेंट ग्रास रूट लेवल पे होता है। द ब्लॉक लेवल पे क्या होता है पंचायत समिति एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव बॉडी। जिला परिषद में क्या होता है सुपरविजनिंग एंड द एडवाइजरी बॉडी द चेयरमैन ऑफ द जिला परिषद। डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर क्या होता है जीन ट्रांसफर ऑफ द फंड्स एंड द फंक्शन। National Development Council and the accepted to the recommendation no single rigid pattern of the panchayat state evolution their own system. The Rajasthan first state established the Panchayati Raj system. Second October 1959 and Nagaur districts and the Andhra Pradesh second state. The problem क्या है नो यूनिफॉर्मिटी टू टीयर एंड थ्री टीयर फोर टीयर पंचायती राज एस्टेब्लिश्ड। No real transfer of the fund and the function. In some area the block level powerful, other area district level powerful. The study team committee and the name chairman and year committee on the rationalization of the panchayat statics the V.R. Rao चेयरमैन थे एंड 1956 60 में आया था। वर्किंग ग्रुप पंचायत एंड द कोऑपरेटिव चेयरमैन कौन थे S.D. मिश्रा 1961 में आया। स्टडी टीम ऑफ द पंचायती राज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वी ईश्वरन थे चेयरमैन ईयर किस ईयर में आया 1961 में। स्टडी टीम ऑन द न्याय पंचायत G.R. राजगोपाल ईयर किस ईयर में आए थे 1962 में। स्टडी टीम ऑफ द पोजीशन ऑफ द ग्राम सभा इसके चेयरमैन थे R.D. दिवाकर 1963 में आया था। स्टडी ग्रुप ऑफ द बजटिंग एंड द अकाउंटिंग पंचायत अकाउंटिंग एंड द पंचायत एम रामा कृष्णायन 1963 में आया था। स्टडी टीम ऑन द पंचायत राज्य फाइनेंस चेयरमैन थे इसका के संथानम किस ईयर में था 1963 में आया था। कमिटी ऑन द पंचायती राज इलेक्शन इसका चेयरमैन थे के संथानम 1965 में आया। स्टडी टीम ऑन ऑफ द ऑडिट अकाउंट ऑफ द पंचायती राज बॉडीज चेयरमैन थे इसके R.K. खन्ना 1965 में आया था। कमिटी ऑन द पंचायती राज ट्रेनिंग The Committee on the Panchayati Raj Training Center and G. Ramachandran 1966 में आया था. A study team on the involvement of the Community Development Agency and the Panchayati Raj institution is in the implementation of the basic land reform measures. The V. Ramanathan 1969 में आया था. The working group of the form, formulation of the fifth 5 year plan on the committee development and the Panchayati Raj. The N. रामकृष्णायन 1972 में आया था. कमिटी ऑन द कम्युनिटी डेवलपमेंट एंड द पंचायती राज स्मिथ डेयर एंड द डेवलप 1979 में आया था. अशोक मेहता कमिटी द दिसंबर 1977 जनता पार्टी गवर्नमेंट लाई द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ द 2 tier पंचायती राज system, district level, mandal level, and the constituting group of the village. The district level panchayat, the first point of the below the state government executed the planning body, the political parties, and the participation of the level of the panchayat, power of the taxation, social audit, and the district level agency plus the committee on the legislator check uses of the fund vulnerable social groups. The dissolution of the panchayat election and the within 6 months and naya panchayat is separate from the developmental panchayat. The task justice for the grassroots level the headed by the qualified judges. The chief electoral officer state पे होता है. The consultation the chief electoral commissioner hold the election. The all development function जिला परिषद and the all staff under the control of the जिला परिषद. The voluntary agency होती है. And the गदर सपोर्ट पंचायत the minister पंचायती राज होता है appointment by the state council of minister, reservation of the seats on the basis of the population SC ST. The constitutional recognition of the panchayat recommendations अब could not be the implemented. The 3 states में वेस्ट बंगाल, कर्नाटका, आंध्र प्रदेश implemented. And the G.V.K. Rao Committee, the review existing the administrative arrangement for the rural development and the poverty alleviation programs. 1985, the remark of the committee's development process and the being a the bureaucratized disconnect from the Panchayat Raj, weakening of the Panchayati Raj due to them tapism, and the recommendation at the district level panchayat most of the important unit for the planning and the development. The apex body of the development programs, the all tiers of the panchayat should be given an important role of the planning, implementation of the monitoring. Some planning function of the state transfer district level panchayat, district government commissioners, and a new post to be the created the chief executive officer, Jila Parishad. In the change and the charge of the development work and the district level election, they held the regularly. And the Dantwala committee on the block level planning and the Hanumantha Rao committee on the district level planning. The important role of the district controller and district planning level planning, the collectors and the coordinator of the district level. The LM Singhvi committee. The 1986 the Rajiv Gandhi government purpose to the revitalization of the Panchayati Raj institution for the democracy and development. Recommendation क्या था? Constitutional status Panchayati Raj. फ्री एंड फेयर रेगुलर इलेक्शन पंचायत में होना चाहिए. न्याय पंचायत ग्रुप ऑफ द विलेज टुगेदर जस्टिस एट द ग्रास रूट लेवल पे होना चाहिए. विलेज प्रॉपर रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन होना चाहिए. मेक ग्राम पंचायत वाइबल. ग्राम सभा में क्या होता है? द इम्पॉर्टेंट डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी होता है. ग्रेटर फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज होते हैं. विलेज पंचायत में विलेज पंचायत द जुडिशियल ट्रिब्यूनल क्या होता है? जुडिशियल ट्रिब्यूनल में एस्टैब्लिश इन ईच स्टेट एडजुकेट द इशू रिलेटेड टू द इलेक्शन ऑफ द पंचायत, डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ द पंचायत एंड द अदर मैटर्स ऑफ देयर द फंक्शनिंग। द Thangon Committees 1988, the constitutional recognition of the Panchayati Raj body, three tier the Panchayati Raj system, the village block district level। जिला परिषद में क्या होता है? पाइवोट द पंचायती राज सिस्टम। The planning and the developmental body fixed tenure 5 years on the dissolution. New panchayat of the 6 month. The planning and the coordination committee state level पर under the ministry of the panchayat, heads of the jila parishad, member of the committee and the list of the panchayati raj incorporated the constitution of India, the reservation of the seat, SC/ST bias of the population and reservation for the women, स्टेट फाइनेंस कमीशन ईच स्टेट में होना चाहिए। द डिवोल्यूशन ऑफ द फाइनेंस द पंचायती राज एट द डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर द चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर जिला परिषद। द गाडगिल कमिटी कमिटी ऑन द पॉलिसी एंड द प्रोग्राम 1988। वीजी गाडगिल द पर्पस क्या था? हाउ द बेस्ट पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशन कोड बी मेड इफेक्ट। रिकमेंडेशन क्या था? कंस्टिट्यूशनल स्टेटस पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशन, थ्री टीयर सिस्टम, ब्लॉक लेवल, विलेज ब्लॉक एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे, फिक्स 10 years और फिक्स 5 year एंड डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन ऑल थ्री टीयर्स, रिजर्वेशन फॉर द SC/ST वोमेन, द पंचायती राज बॉडीज, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी प्लान द सोशो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए, द लिस्ट ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑन विच द पंचायत हैज़ बीन द पावर। द पंचायत में कहा द पावर टू बी द लेवी ऑन द कलेक्ट द टैक्स, एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ द स्टेट फाइनेंस कमीशन, द एलोकेशन ऑफ द फाइनेंस, द पंचायत, द एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ द स्टेट इलेक्शन कमीशन, द कंडक्ट द इलेक्शन, द गाडगिल कमिटी, बेसिस ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल स्टेटस द पंचायत, the evolution of the municipalities, the historical perspective, the urban and the local bodies, the originated in India, British rule 1988, फर्स्ट म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया मद्रास में बना था, 1726 म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन बॉम्बे एंड कलकत्ता में बना। 1870 में द लॉर्ड मेयो द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया, फाइनेंशियल डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन 1882, लॉर्ड रिपन गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया, मैग्ना कार्टा ऑफ द लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नेंस, द फादर ऑफ द लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नेंस इन इंडिया 1907, द रॉयल कमीशन ऑफ द डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन CH Hob House, the Government of India Act 1919, the Self-Local Government Transferred Subject Indian Ministers. The Cantonment Act 1924, the Cantonment Boards, the Government of India Act 1935, the Local Self-Government, a state provincial subject. And the committee and the commission, the name, chairman and the year, the local finance inquiry committee chairman P.K. Wattal 1949 to 51, the taxation inquiry commission, the John Mathai 1953 to 54, the committee on the training and the municipal employees, the Nuruddin Ahmad 1963 to 65, Rural Urban Relationship Committee AP Jain 1963 to 66, the Committee on the Ministers of the Augmentation of the Financial Resources of the Urban Local Bodies, Rafiq Zakaria 1963, Committee on the Service Condition of the Municipal Employees B.S. Muthi 1965 to 68. The Committee on the Budgetary Reform in the Municipal Administration, the Girijapati Mukherjee 1964, The study group of the Constitution, Power and the Laws of the Urban Local Bodies and the Municipal Corporation KN Sanayan 1962. The National Commission on the Urbanization, the CM Corona 1968 to 88, 65 to, sorry, 1985 to 88. The constitutionalization of the panchayat and municipalities. Rajiv Gandhi government, the Panchayat, the 64th Constitutional Amendment Act 1989, the municipalities and the 65th Constitutional Amendment Act 1989. The passed in the Lok Sabha, rejected in the Rajya Sabha. BP Singh government, he the introduced the constitutional amendment bill in the panchayat and fall under the government lapse of the bill. Nagor Palika Bill 1969 for municipalities passed on the dissolution in the Lok Sabha. Narasimha Rao government bani as 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 for the panchayat 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 for the municipalities के लिए हुई. The amendment by the Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha majority of the state legislature में पास हुआ. Uh, the third Government Act Amendment Act 73rd Amendment Act 1992 added the 11th schedule, part 11th, the panchayat, the name of the part, the article 243 to 243 o. The 11th schedule added the 29th function of the panchayat. Implementation of the article 40 DPSP is the justiciable part of the constitution. A state government bounded by the constitution and the created by the panchayat. The two parts में बना compulsory provisions mandatory for the state and to implement voluntary provision to up to the discretion of the state. Promote the participatory democracy. 74th Amendment Act 1992 added by the part 11, part 9a, the municipality's name of the part, and the article 243p to 243zg, and the 12th schedule added in the 18th constitution 80 function of the municipality, justiciable part of the constitution. A state government bounded the constitution to create the municipalities and promote the party and the participatory democracy. The salient features. The definition of the panchayat, article 273, the institution of the self-government rural area. Other definition, article 243, the village specified by the governor for the purpose of the panchayat. The intermediate level between the village district and notified by the governor. The panchayat area में territorial area of the panchayat population, the population of the last presiding district and the district in the state. The Gram Sabha definition, the article 243, and the foundation of the panchayat, the person registered and the electoral roll of the village and village assembly, all registered the voter. The power of the function and the determined by the state legislature by the law, article 243a, the three-tier panchayat system, article 243b, panchayat raj in the every state, village, intermediate, block, district level. The uniformity the entire country. The exception, the state having population less than the 20 lakh and no intermediate panchayat. Election of the member of the chairman, member of the panchayat, village, block, district level. The direct election, the directly elected by the people, article 243c, the chairperson of the village panchayat. To be the elected and the manner of the state legislature by law, chairperson, block and the district level panchayat directly elected by the members and among themselves, the chairperson and the members, and the right to the vote and meeting. The panchayat to be divided. The ratio of the population and the number of the seat same for the every panchayat. The constituency in the panchayat area, same population. The state legislature by law may make the functioning provision. The representation of the chairperson and the panchayat at the village level, at the block level, are at the district level. If the block level absent, the representation chairperson, and block level at the district level, the representation of the block and the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad members at the different level of the panchayat except the village level panchayat. The representation of the estates and the Article 243D, a reservation for the SC ST all three levels of the panchayat. The promotion of the population of the SC ST, that are the total population of the state area. Reservation for the SC ST membership level and chairperson level. The allocation of the reserved seat by the rotation. The reservation for the chairperson at the chairperson level in the ratio the population of the SC ST in the state to be the total population at the state. The rotation of the at the state level. Reservation for the seats for the women, 1/3 seats, 1/3 seat of the SC reserved for the SC women, and the rotation within the constituency. 1/3 SC seat reserved for the ST women, the rotation within the constituency. 1/3 general seats by the reserved for the women, rotation within the constituency. 1/3 office of the chairperson at the level and the reserved for women state level. Rotation for the reserved seat for state level. Reservation for the seat SC/ST, the temporary in the nature. Article 334. The cases after the 80 years, 2028 2030. State legislature by law. Reservation for the seats, the OBC, the discretion of the state and the legislature. 83rd Constitutional Amendment Act 2000. Arunachal Pradesh, no reservation for the SC and no population for the SC in the state, the only the tribes. Duration of the panchayat. Article 243E, the 5 year at the all levels. The dissolved in before the 5 year, the fresh election the before the expiry of the 5 year, new panchayat and hold the office the full term of the 5 years. In the case of the dissolution within the 6 months from the date of the dissolution, the new panchayat hold the office only the remainder by the period. If the remainder's period dissolved the panchayat less than the 6 months, and no need for the election for the new panchayat or for the remainder for the period. The disqualification of the panchayat member. Article 243F. Disqualified under the law for the election of the state legislature, meaning if eligible for the state election then only were eligible for the panchayat election. State legislature discretion passed by the law. Disqualification under criteria. The age limit 21 years for the panchayat election. Questions for the question of the disqualification referred to the such authority and the such manners the determined by the state legislature by the law discretion. State Election Commission. Article 243K. The preparation of the electoral roll. The conduct the panchayat and the election. The composition. State Election Commissioner appointed by the governor advise the state council of ministers. The condition for the service and tenure the governor, and not the awarded for the disadvantage after the appointment of the independence. Removal for the purpose similar to the High Court judges. Removal by the President recommendation for Parliament. A state legislature by the law by discrimination make law for the regulate the panchayat election. and the duty of the governor, if required, to the state election commission, make available for the such staff necessary for the function. The power and the function, article 243G, the state legislature by the law power and the function of the panchayat, the discretionary power, enable panchayat the function as units and the self government autonomy. The power and the function related to the preparation of the plan, economic development and social justice, implementation of the scheme, economic development and the social justice, 29 subject mentioned in the 11th schedule, enable them to the perform their function. State legislature by law, discretionary power, article 243H, give the power of the panchayat levy the collect and the appropriate tax, duty and the toll fees, the assign the panchayat the tax, duty, toll fee and the collected by the state government, and the grants in aid from the consolidated fund of state, and creation of the fund to be transforming all money of the panchayat. The state finance commission, article 243I, the compulsory of the states to create, the governor avoid their advice and the state council of minister. After the every 5 years, the state finance commission look into the financial position of the panchayat. The State Finance Commission to the recommended to the governor principle governing the distribution tax between the estates and the panchayat, duty, tax, toll fees, and that may be the assigned to the panchayat. The grants in the aid and that can be the given to the panchayat. Measures the needed to be improve finance position of the panchayat. The any other matter refers to the commission by the governor. A state legislature by the law discretionary power, composition, qualification, manners of the selection, and state finance commission determined by the power and state finance commission. A state finance commission power to the decide procedure to be allowed. The duty of the governor, compulsory place of the report. A state finance commission refers to the legislature along with the action and taken by the report. The central finance commission, article 280, the recommended to the president a step to the taken to the improve the financial position of the panchayat. The audit of the account, article 243J. A state legislature by law maintain maintenance by the of the account by the panchayat and the auditing of the account. The implication of the union territories, article 243 L, the provisions, article 9, the applicable of union territories. The president power the modify the provisions, the aid and advice council of ministers. The all function of the governor to be the done, the administrators of the union territory. The all function of the state legislature to be done by the legislature of the union territory of the parliament exempted the area, article 243M. The panchayat provision not applicable Nagaland, Meghalaya, Mizoram and other areas. Schedule and the tribal areas. Schedule 5 areas: Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra, Odisha, and Rajasthan. The schedule 6 area: the Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, all hilly area in Manipur district council of the exist. The Darjeeling in the West Bengal and Darjeeling in a Gorkha Hill Council. The parliament by the law and the extended the panchayat provision, the schedule area schedule 5 and the tribal area schedule 6. The PISA Act 1996, the panchayat extension of the schedule area Act 1966, the to extend the panchayat the schedule 5 area, the 10 state which the certain modification, the tribal population self rule and the gram sabha and nuclei of the all activities and the administrative framework consistent with the traditional practice of the tribals. The safeguard of the preserve the tradition of the customs and the tribals. The empower of the panchayat specific level with the tribal requirement, and the preventive panchayat the high level, the taking of the any power and the authority the panchayat at the lower level, and the feature of the PISA Act 1996. The state legislation by the panchayat to the schedule 5 area in the life with the customary law, social and the religious practice, traditional panchayat related to the community resources, the dem, demarcation of the panchayat, comparison the habitation and the group of the habitation of the hamlet of the group the hambles, the comparison of the community, the power of the manage their own affair following the tradition and customs. The every village and the gram sabha, the comparison the people in the electoral role of the village and the gram sabha, the competent and the preserve the tradition and the custom, the cultural identity, community resources and the community resources, the customary mode of the dispute resolution. And the gram the every gram sabha they approve the plans and the program project and social and the economic development before the implementation. Panchayat level पे power to the gram sabha the identification of the beneficiary, poverty elevation program. The every gram panchayat the certificate for the gram sabha and utilization of the funds for the program and schedule, the reservation for the schedule tribe and not less than the 50% of the seat, reservation for the women, reservation for the scheduled caste and the population for the proportion of the population. All seat of the chairperson at the all levels and reserved for the scheduled tribes. Power of the state government nominate the scheduled tribes having the no reservation for the block level, district level, shall not be exceed 1/10 of the total numbers and elected members. The land acquisition for the development purpose in the schedule 5 area, gram sabha panchayat at the appropriate level to be the consulted, the actual coordination among the exception, execution of the panchayat state level, no role of the panchayat and the gram sabha, management minor water bodies and the scheduled areas, the panchayat appropriation appropriate levels. The mining less of the acquisition of the some concession the minor minerals and the scheduled areas, recommendation for the panchayat and the panchayat appropriation appropriate level mandatory. The gram sabha panchayat at the appropriate level, the power prohibition and the regulate the self fell intoxicant and the ownership the minor forest produce, the prevent of the alienation of the land at the power and restore the alienated land. The power manage the village market, the control the over the money lending, control the institution, all social sector. The power the control the local plans and the resources. The state legislature law, the high level panchayat not taking any the powers, the power level and the lower level panchayat. The state legislature all all pattern 6 schedule area and resigning the administrative arrangement for provision for the any other related panchayat the inconsistent with PISA a case of the exist. The salient feature, the constituency exist law and the panchayat article 243 in the all state law by relating to the panchayat for the first 1 year 24th April 1993, date for the uh, enactment of the third constitutional act 1992. After 1 year case of the existing the panchayat continue till the expiry of their term. The bar to the interference by the court. And in the electoral matters, article 243O, the court no interference the electoral matters of the panchayat. The delimitation of the panchayat constituency state legislature by law, not to be the challenge in the any court and the inquiry by the court. Disputes related to the election of the panchayat election petition and authority to the manner state legislature by the law discretionary power. The subject in the 11th schedule 29, subject agriculture, land reform, the social conservation, land consolidation, the minor irrigation, water management, and the watershed development, and the animal husbandry, dairy, and the poultry, fisheries, and the social factories for frame the forestry, minor forest produce, and the small scale industry including food processing industries, the khadi village cottage industries, the rural housing, drinking water, fuel and the fodders, road, bridge, cultivator, waterway, and the waterway fries, other means of the communication, rural electrification and the distribution, no conventional energy course. And the subject 11 schedule 29, subject poverty alleviation program, and the education and the primary and secondary, the technical training and the vocational training, the adult and the formal education, library, the cultural activities, market and the fair, health and sanitation including primary and healthcare centers and the dispensaries, the family welfare, women and the children development, the social welfare including welfare and the handicraft, the mentally related, the welfare of the weaker section including scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, the public distribution system, and the maintenance of the community asset. The financial position of the panchayat. The panchayat received the fund following ways: the grant, the central government, central finance commission, article 280. The devaluation of the fund, state finance commission, state article 243I. The grant, state government, the state finance commission, article 243I. The allocation, centrally sponsored scheme, internal resources generation, own resources of panchayat, the the merge the limited taxes power and no financial empowerment of the panchayat, the heavy dependence on the grants from the upper level, most of the grant the scheme SFSC tier grant, the limited discrimination of the spend at the money. Most of the 11th schedule areas. The state government major role in the implementation most of the finance, state government, the gram panchayat to the better position, the tax allocation and the poverty tax, house and the land tax and the professional tax, entertainment tax, and the on agriculture land and the tax fair and education cess. And the compared to the block districts, mostly depend on the toll and the tax revenue, says the stamp duty, market charge, and the heavier services. Ineffective performance of the panchayat. 1. The independent devaluation, the funds function and resources responsibility and the mismatch. Recommendation of the state finance commission not accepted by the all state. Second, the excessive bureaucracy. Wait for the approvals and the technical financial approval. Too much the control the bureaucracy. Three-tier fund. Fund for transferred for scheme, the limited discretionary. Fourth, panchayat, the reliance of the imposed tax on the community services. And the five, status for the Gram Sabha empower theme, the accountability and the transparency. State legislature limit to the no power and the gram sabha. Six, the parallel bodies. And seven, the poor infrastructure. The full time secrecy, and in the panchayat the proper office building and the semi illiterate representative, no paper training, no proper training. The other committee and the panchayat name chairperson year. The task force for the devolution of the power and the function of the panchayati raj institution, Lalit Mathur, 2001. The expert group of the planning grassroots level, V Ramchandran, 2005. The task force of the preparation of the manual for district planning, Rajwant Sandhu, 2008. The committee on the restructuring the DRDA, District Rural Development Agency, V Ramchandran, 2010. The expert committee on the levering panchayat for the effective delivery the public goods and services, and the money Sankar Iyer, 2012. Salient feature of the municipalities. The salient feature the municipal area to Article 243p. The terrestrial area of the municipality notified by the governor. Population of the Article 243p. Population last preceding census. The three types of the municipalities. Every state Article 243q. The Nagar Panchayat can be the called any name the transitional area and the area in the transition by from the rural to urban. Municipal council smaller urban areas, municipal corporation larger urban areas. Exception the any area municipal service provided by the industrial establishment governed by declared by the industrial township. No constitution of the municipality in the such case. The transitional area, a smaller urban area larger urban area, to be specified by the governor through the notification. Factor to be considered: population identify the revenue generated by the local administration and the local administration, percentage of the empowerment of the non-agriculture activities, economic importance, any other factors. The composition of the municipality, Article 243, are all members and municipality elected directly. Elected directly. The each municipal area is the divided terrestrial constituency and known as the ward, and the state legislature by the law discretionary manner of the election. Chairperson of the municipality state legislature by law. The person special knowledge and the experience municipal administration with route and the vote. And the member of the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha representing the those constituency. The member of the Rajya Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, Parishad register the votes for voters in the state area. The chairperson of the different committee. The ward committee, Article 243 is the municipalities having the population of the more than the 3 lakhs. The ward committee, the comparison on the power and what the state legislature by the law and discretionary. The composition of the ward committee, terrestrial area ward committee, and the manner of the filling of the seats, and other committee, the state legislature by law discretionary, and the other committee do apart from the ward committee. The chairperson as a chairperson of the each other committee may be the made by the member of the municipalities. Reservation of the seat, Article 243t. Reservation for the SC/ST proportion of the population SC/ST in the area total population. That municipal area allocation of the rotation. Reservation for the seats for the women, one third of the seat, one third seat SC seats and reserved for the SC women allocated by the rotation. One third ST women ST seat reserved for the ST women allocated for the rotation. One third general seat by reserved for the women allocated for the rotation. The state legislature by the law discretionary manner of the reservation. Office of the chairperson of municipality, SC/ST women reservation for the seat SC or ST The temporary in the nature of the Article 3334, the says for the 80 years 2030, the state legislature by the law reservation for the seat OBC discretion of the state legislature, duration of the municipality in Article 243 U 5 years, the dissolve in the before the 5 year the fresh election, and before the expiry of the 5 years a new municipality and the hold the office full term of the 5 years. And in the case of the dissolution within the 6 months for the date of the dissolution, the new municipality hold the office only the remainder for the period. If the remainder period of the dissolve in the municipality less than 6 months, no need for the election for the new municipality for the remainder period. Dissolution of the municipality responsible opportunity to be had and before the dissolution in the mandate of law and cause the dissolution of the municipality. Disqualification of the municipality members Article 243 V and 5 भी बोल सकते हैं disqualified under the any law for the election of the state legislature. The meaning of the eligible for the state election other and then only the eligible for municipality election. The state legislature discretion passed by the law disqualification criteria. Age limit 21 years. The municipality election. The questions of the question of the disqualification refers to the such authority and the such manner determined by the state legislature by the law discretion. The State Election Commission Article 243ZA, the preparation of the electoral roll, conduct the municipality election composition. A state election commissioner appointment by the governor and advice of the state council of minister. The condition for the service and tenure governor and not the varied in the disadvantage after appointment and the independence. The removal process similar to the High Court judges removal by the President recommendation of the Parliament. A state legislature law by the discretion make laws that regulate by the municipality election duty of the governor. And if required, the state election commission make the available such states the necessary for the function powers and the function of the article 243 w the state legislature by law and the power and function of the municipality discretionary power unable to the municipality function units have the self government and the self governments and autonomy power and the function for related to the preparation of the plan, economic development, and the social justice. The implementation of the scheme, economic development, and the social justice. 18 subject mentioned in the 12th schedule and the unable to them perform their function. A state legislature by the law discretionary power article 243x give to the power of the municipality levy the collect the appropriate tax and the duty toll fees and they assign their municipality tax duty toll fees and the collected by the state government and the grants in the aid and from the consolidated fund of the state. The creation of the fund for the transforming the all money and the municipality state finance commission article 243 why the compulsory for the state to the center the governor aid and advice state council of minister after the every 5 year state finance commission look into the financial position of the municipality in state finance commission to recommend there the governor. The principal governing distribution of the tax between the state and municipality. The duties tax called toll fee any the assigned their municipality grants in the aid act can be the given to the municipality measures in needed to improve financial position of the municipality, any other matter referred to their commission by the governor. The state legislature by the law discretionary power composition, qualification, manner of the election, state finance commission determined by the power and state finance commission power to decide the procedure for to allowed duty of the governor compulsory place of the report. The state finance commission before the state legislature along with the action taken on the report. The Central Finance Commission, Article 280, the recommended to the Parliament a step to be taken improve the finance position of the municipalities. The audit of the account, Article 243Z, the state legislature by law maintenance by the account by the municipality, auditing of the account, application of the Union Territory, Article 243Z be the provision, the Part 9A applicable Union Territory. The President power and modify the provision, add and advise Council of Minister. Example provision for the committee and district planning and the and metropolitical planning not applied to the Delhi. All function of the governor to be done. Administrators to the union territory. All function of the state legislature to be done by the legislature, union territory of or parliament. Exempted area, Article 243 ZC. The municipality provision not applicable. Schedule and the tribal area. The Schedule 5 area Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan. The Schedule 6 area Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, and Darjeeling in the West Bengal, Darjeeling, Gorkha Hills Council. The Parliament by the law extended municipality provisions at Schedule area, Schedule 5 and the tribal area, Schedule 6. The District Planning Committee, Article 243 ZD. Every state district levels and the planning and district planning committee, the consolidated plan made by the panchayat and the municipalities, the prepare and draft for the development plan entire the districts. And the state legislature by the law discretion of the state legislature, composition, manner of the election of the members, the function and the manner of the election of the chairperson, 4 by 5th member district planning committee elected by the elected members and district panchayat and the municipality from the among themselves, a representation of the ratio of the urban rural population and the district prepare the draft development plan, district planning committee. Matter of the common interest and the panchayat and the municipality, a special planning, sharing of the water resources, natural resources, integrated infrastructure development, environmental conservation. The financial resources district planning committee consult the institution and the organization specified by the governor, chairperson, and district development committee the forward plan state government. And the Metropolitan Planning Committee, Article 243 ZE, the metropolitan area population of the 10 lakh or more, one more the district, and two more the population of the panchayat and the other constituency area. The every metropolitan area metropolitan planning committee prepare the draft development plan. A state legislature by the law discretionary composition, manner of the election, manners and the representation of the central council and state government and other organization, function related to the planning and the coordination, the manner of the election, chairperson, the two-third members and the metropolitan planning committee, the elected from the amongst themselves, elected members of the municipalities plus chairperson of the panchayat, ratio population of the municipalities and the population of the panchayat, draft development plan, the plan prepared by the municipalities and the panchayat, the common interest, the municipalities and the panchayat, the spatial planning and the sharing of the water resources, natural resources, integrated infrastructure development, environmental conservation, overall function and the priorities, government of India and the other state, the exempted from investment link made by the government of India and the government of the state, other available financial resources, metropolitical planning committee, and the consult the institution organization specified by the governor. The chairperson and the Metropolitan Planning Committee, forwarded by the plan state government, the constituency existing law and the municipalities article 243 ZE, the all state law relating to the municipalities for 1 year. From the 1 June 1993 State Enforcement 44th Constitutional Act 1992. After 1 year, the case ceased to be existing. The municipality continue till the expiry of the term. Bar of the interference by the court and the electoral matter. Article 243 ZG. Could no interference electoral matter and the municipalities. The limitation of the municipality's constituency state legislature by law and not to be challenged in the any court and no inquiry by the court. Disputes related to the election of the municipalities, the election of the petition to the authority and the manner state legislature by the law discretionary power matter to the 12th schedule, and the urban planning including the town planning, the regulation of the land and the construction of the building, the planning of the economic and the social development, road and the bridges, water supply and the domestic industries and the commercial purposes, and the public health and the sanitation and the conservancy and the solid waste management, the fire service, urban forester and protector of environment and the promotion of the ecological aspect, safeguard the interest and a weaker section of the society, including handicraft and the metallurgical related, and the slum implemented by the upgradation, urban poverty and elevation position, and the urban mention in the facility, park, garden and playground, the promotion of the cultural, educational, athlete aspects, and the burials ground, the crimination of the crimination grounds, and the electric criminatoriums, the cattle of the ponds, and the prevention of the cutlery and the animals, the vital sanitation, registration of the birds and the death, and the public amenities and estate light, and the parking plot, bus stop, the public convenience, regulation of the slaughterhouse and the training and the tanneries, the type of the urban government, and the one municipal corporation administration, big cities and created by the state legislature by the law, one single act, and for the all all different laws, and every municipality in the union territories, act of the parliament and municipal corporation, three major pillar, council and a standing committee and commissioner and council, the deliberative, the legislative wings, and the councillor directly elected plus the few nominated knowledge and the experienced municipal corporation, reservation for SC ST women headed by the mayor, and firm headed by the municipal corporation, elected 1 year's renewable term, and the most of them state might be vary, the main task for the preside over the council of meetings assigned by the duty mayors, the standing committees, the facilitate working of the council and the areas public work, education, health, taxation, finance, that take the decision respective field, the municipal commissioners, implementation decide decision taken by the council and standing committees. The chief executive authority appointment by the state government, and two municipality, the administration town and the smaller city set up by the law, state legislature, union territories, and the law of the parliament. Other names: the municipal council, the council committee, and the council, the municipal board plus board and the municipality cities and the municipality council. The deliberation of the legislative programs. A councillor directly elected, headed by the president slash chairperson, the presides the meeting of the council and has the executive power different from the mayors, and the support by the vice president. A standing committee created by the facilitate working areas, the public work, education, health, taxation, finance. Chief executive officer, day to day general administration, appointment by the state government. Three in a notified area committee administered to the two types of area. The first, developing town. Due to the industrialization, the town does not fulfill the requirement of the municipality, considered by the important by the state government, created by the notification of the state government function framework by the state municipal act, and the only those the rules apply the notified by the government in the gazette. The power the similar to the municipality, notified by the area committee and the nominated by the state government, and the not elected. Fourth, town area committee administration. A small town and the semi-municipal authority limited activities function. Drainage, road, and the street light created by the act. State legislature and the composition function and state matter. The partly elected by the partly nominated and the wholly nominated by the wholly elected. Fifth, cantonment board and the cantonment area military force and the troop the permanently stationed at the cantonment board at the civilian population of the same other Kent area. The Cantonment Act 2006 law. Central government at the Ministry of the Defense control area cantonment board. That 62, the cantonment board entire India. Cantonment board, the repealed by the Cantonment Act 2024. The four types of the cantonment board. Type 1, the civil population more than the 50,000. Type 2, the civil population 10,000 to 50,000. The type 3, the civil population 2,500 to 10,000. Type 4, the civil population below the 2,500. Cantonment both the partially elected, partially nominated member. Elected members 5 years, nominated member till they hold the office of that station. The military commanders of the station, ex officio par the president, the cantonment board, and the vice president elected by the elected members amongst themselves. And the composition of the cantonment board: the military commander of the station, executive engineers and the engineer and the cantonment. The health office of the cantonment, first class magistrate nominated by the district magistrate. Three military officers nominated by the commanding officers. 8 member elected by the village people as the chief executive officer of the cantonment board. And the source of the income: tax revenue, no tax revenue function. Two types of the obligatory function, discretionary function. Chief executive officer appointment by the president of India, implemented by the decision and the cantonment board. 6 township established the large public companies and the civil amenities, staff and worker living in the township. Town administrator, administration of the township supported by the engineers and the non-technical staff, and no elected members. The extension go management structure of the company. Ports, 7 port trust establish the port area, the Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, etc. Manage the protected ports and the civil ammunition and the sport area. Created the parliament by the law composition. Elected and the nominated members. 8, a special purpose agency. A state set up the agency. Designated activities belong to the domains of the municipalities by the town improvement and trust and the urban development authority. Water supply, sewage and board and the house board and the population control board. Electricity supply board and the city transport board. established the resolution of the state executive state legislature by the law, the autonomous bodies working independently and no control by the urban local bodies, not subordinate of the urban local bodies, municipal personnel. First, separate personnel system. Each urban local body appointment by the administration on personnel and not transferable other than the local bodies, local autonomy and the loyalty. The unified personnel system, the state government appoints and administrates personnel, the grade within the state transferable between the local bodies within the state. Example, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and the Madhya Pradesh. A three integrated personnel system, the personnel of state government, local bodies same, the transferable other local bodies and the state departments, local civil service and the state civil service, no discrimination. The example, Bihar, Odisha, Punjab and Haryana. Tax revenue, the revenue from the all local taxes, property tax, entertainment tax, the advertisement tax, professional tax, water tax, the lightning tax, animal tax, pilgrim tax, and the market tax, toll tax, bridge, assess, assess property tax. Most of the important source of the revenue, the non-tax revenue, rent fees, royalty fees, the dividends, and the interest, urban charges, and water, sanitation, sewage. Thank you very much.